flashing that goes on as it changes. And just so you can see all the little social media links too, those help out a lot. We like social media. Follow Dominate Dominion on Twitter, @DominateDom. Follow my gaming clan on Twitter, @VatoClan. Check out our YouTube channels, youtube.com/DominateDominion, youtube.com/VatoClan. Check out games from past events on those. And hitting the loading screen now. So let's click on back over to that. Ta-da! Looks like we're going to have point defense on the top, Panzerzs and Child Support on the bottom. Panzerzs and Child Support is up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. So Panzerzs and Child Support needs one game to win. Let's see if Panzerzs can take home a victory here. For point defense's team, we have Sauron playing as Jarvan, Zaberz playing as Amumu, hipeoples as Lux, Nekrogen Cassiopeia, and Magimelkor as LeBlanc. Their powers combined are team ability power plus Jarvan. And Panzerzs and Child Support's team is going to be inFe playing as Darius, Panzerzs playing as Pantheon, CaptnBuwberry playing as Annie, Buddahrice playing as Brand, Painkiller playing as Leona, and their powers combined are, I don't have a joke for them. So we're just going to leave it at that. Well, it seems like this is going to be a pretty good game. I see some champions have gotten some art updates. For anyone in the chat that's not aware, I am Gander, the gaming clan VatoClan. Chobra was not able to cast with us today, so I'm running the stream and I'm running the camera. I was out for like 4 or 5 weeks with various computer issues, but I've just gotten access to a new computer, and that's why I'm back, and that's also why I'm a little bit behind on the patch changes and the champion changes, because I was out for the last week of October, all of November, and the first week of December. So I've only been back for 2 weeks, unfortunately. So I will do my best to get back up to speed as quickly as I can and bring you back the nice high-quality cast you guys deserve in the Dominion community. Who's bottom lane for this team? I don't know. It should be Darius, because inFe's the bottom laner, right? Right? inFe, please. inFe. All the items look pretty normal right now. They are boots, prospectors items. Looking like we're going to see Haunting Guys components over there. Brand bottom? Buddahrice bottom? Is that how it's going to be? That's a little weird. They could be messing with me. That's also a possibility. Just seeing a Fiend? You can open with a Fiendish Codex? What the heck? I did not know you had enough money for that. That's interesting. Couple seconds left on the countdown, and off they go. Let's watch them run to the top. For anyone who's curious, I don't have game sound in my headphones because I couldn't get that audio stream to go 2 different places. So, it's me talking to myself silently in my house. In the dark. It's weird. Magimelkor leading the charge up here. AP, AP, and AP all in a little line. I bet we're going to see all of the Merc Treads ever on Panzerzs and Child Support's team. And tags Panzerzs with the sigil right there. And light binding, nope. Annie is 9 or 8. I don't know how old she is. I've been using that joke for a year, so it must mean that she's 9 now. Oh, Painkiller goes in right away right there with the Zenith Blade, and a lot of damage being exchanged very, very quickly. Magimelkor goes down. We see a couple of exhausts come out. Sauron taking a bunch of damage right there, trying to get rid of Painkiller now. Painkiller's really, really low. Backs on out of the fight. Tries to get a little bit of capture on the tower. Decides to better of it. Decides to circle around and go back. Zenith Blade's on in to Sauron. Gets him with some damage right there. Is Panzerzs going to be able to finish him off? Yes. High Peoples get away from that. That is Lux. She has a light. Light is dangerous. There's a light-based pun that I can't make right now because I can't think. Zenith Blade does not connect. inFe coming around from the bottom. Going to interrupt that. No, Magimelkor. You may not capture that tower. Gets the apprehend in there. And Magimelkor goes on and distortions right on out of there. CaptnBuwberry throws a little bit of damage on Zaberz right there. And there goes Leona. Leona goes down. inFe now. His health is going down slowly. And Zaberz and High People's going to turn around. You only need a couple people to chase. You can have the rest of the people go back and capture. Buwberry throws a little bit of damage out right there. And point defense gets the windmill. We'll see how and we're seeing it right now. Negatron Cloaks. They're gonna go right away for those. What are those called? They're gonna go right away for those Negatron Cloaks, and not Negatron Cloaks. Mercury Treads is what those are called, right? Yeah, that's what that item is. Probably gonna get those right away. I want to get that extra tenacity. They want to get that. And look, see this right here. You've got Spell Pen coming out from Amumu, Spell Pen coming out from Lux. They know the enemy team is going to be building a lot of magic resistance, so they're going to have to get a lot of pen in order to compensate for that. Buddahrice gets airborne right there, And Nekrogen does a bunch of damage to him. Sauron kills him, but inFe and Panzerzs are right there. They take down Cassiopeia. Panzerzs takes a hard left, going for the Boneyard right away as inFe chases Sauron. Zaberz interception right there. Turns around, and Sauron gets him with the Cataclysm, boxes him in. inFe taking a bunch of damage right there while he is bottled up, as it were. Panzerzs turns around away from the tower, heading back to defend his own. Instead, inFe does get killed right there, and now Amumu's heading up towards the upper end of the map. We will see how that goes. Painkiller's over there, and CaptnBuwberry misses with the bandage toss. I don't. It's like it's made out of oil or something. Can I still call it bandage toss, but it's not actually bandage toss? Like with the it's made out of wires and things like that. Zaberz is a sad crying mummy in the bushes. Down here, Buddahrice is being bottom lane Brand and confusing the crap out of me. Pillar of Flame. Panzerzs, yeah, that's Panzerzs. Yeah, Panzerzs Pantheon. inFe right behind him. Amumu, there's nothing for Amumu to do. He doesn't know. If they're on the bottom end of the map, Painkiller will splinter off, heading up to the top. inFe over there. Both teams kind of like changing positions. Zaberz sees exactly what's going on. He knows there's a CaptnBuwberry right there. And gets him with the Tibbers right there. Zaberz is erased from the map. Now, with Amumu down, it's 4v3 if they want to make a play for the top. It looks like they're swinging hard for the top right now. They're just losing Singularity right there. Going to slow people down a little bit. Going to give a little bit of vision right there. That's in line of sight anyway, naturally on the map, so that's totally okay. CaptnBuwberry is going to have a disagreement with hipeoples over there, but at the top of the map, the point is under contest, and inFe gets tagged by the Finale's Funnelkin there, and gets interrupted right there. And there goes stun on Magimelkor, followed by another stun, followed by a Zenith Blade, followed by Distortion. Get out. Magimelkor has left the combat, and has a little double sitting behind, chipping away at Painkiller. Dude. Oh, it's appeared right there. Tibbers chasing hipeoples away. And, Magimelkor trying to circle around. Gets caught with a stun instead. Leon's one auto attack. No! The shield. Safety shield. Lux with the, prismatic barrier right there. Able to save Melkor from getting killed. Pantheon coming down from the top. Are we going to see Panzerzs in with the Windex? Is he going to clean this up? Puts some damage on Zaberz right away. Chases them out away from the point there. Circles back around down the other way. Looks like he's going to go over here for the health relic and get some mana. Oh, yeah. Look at all that mana he got when he picked that up. So much mana. Buddahrice is recalling. There's a blue laser beam into the sky. Nekrogen throws down the whatever the heck that's called. And gets some minion kills to get some dollars. Darius up here. He has an axe with quickness. That's pretty good. And over here we got Panzerzs, Buwberry, and Painkiller grouping up by the speed train. Maybe they're going to go out and do something. We will see. Melkor running around the bushes. Oh, there goes the light binding. Doesn't catch anyone? Nope. Both teams are trying to find the other team. This is a game of incomplete information. Leona reveals herself. Buwberry reveals himself also. They still don't know where. They kind of have an idea where hipeoples is, but they don't have an eye on Panzerzs and inFe yet. Minions going up to the top tower right there. You see Panzerzs coming up from the bottom. Uh-oh. Is he going to be able to connect? Nope. Turns around. Goes away. Down at the bottom of the map, though, inFe has to go down here to defend this point because Buddahrice got ganked and died. So now he's going to be bottom lane for a minute. Top of the map. Dude's at the window. J4 over here. Solar Flare goes down, tags hipeoples. Hipeoples get stunned. Hipeoples get stunned again. And Sauron airborne's over to CaptnBuwberry, and there goes the laser from the Lux, taking him down right there, doing a lot of damage. Zaberz was that one. Actually, no, Zaberz picked up the kill right there from that. It was not the what do they call it now? The final spark. Unfortunately, Panzerzs gets taken down. Painkiller gets on out. inFe pulls Zaberz away right there. He's trying to get up to the top as quick as he can. He does the dunk down on Amumu, but there's no one there to interrupt Sauron, unfortunately. They're trying to keep the point from getting all crazy beat up over there, but missed with the Zenith Blade. That's very unfortunate, though. They just need a little bit of damage on some of these guys, and Lux is chipping away at inFe right there. Gets snared, and nope. Not going to be able to complete that dunk right there. Sauron goes after Painkiller, kites him right into Panzerzs. Panzerzs going to be able to kick. No. That loosened Singularity is just going to slow down Pantheon a little bit right there. CaptnBuwberry trips over light binding and stops and looks at his shoe for a minute. Down at the bottom lane, a little bit of this going on. Buddahrice and Nekrogen are just kind of, they're kind of doing stuff. They're exchanging damage on minions and getting farm. And, are we seeing that MR I was thinking about earlier on? No, it doesn't look like we got Merc Treads. We got Merc Treads, but we don't really have any heavy MR yet. That might come on later in the game, though. However, because we're seeing Sorcerer's Shoes, Sorcerer's Shoes, Sorcerer's Shoes, Sorcerer's Shoes. We're seeing, you know, pen item. Like, it's getting a little bit crazy. Hipeoples gets destroyed. He was by himself. A single Lux cannot handle firepower of that magnitude. CaptnBuwberry has a Molten Shield, which isn't actually a Molten Shield when you're made out of ice. Throws down some damage on Sauron right there. And the engagement's getting a little zany right here. This is an altogether ooky engagement up here. Hipeoples comes back. Uh-oh, gonna try and catch some of the light binding. Nope, Sauron misses with the airborne, unfortunately. Cataclysm's infeed, though, catching that Darius right there and taking it down. So he is going to get defeat up there. Pantheon's going somewhere. Panzerzs heading on down to the bottom lane. Panzerzs at speed stride. Panzerzs at the bushes. Panzerzs go back to the top. Panzerzs health route. Panzerzs bushes again. It's a really interesting game because both teams are just kind of playing really passively. They're both doing really positional stuff. Oh, see the Negatron cloak getting picked up over here now. We're seeing Sorcerer's Sword. So everyone's going like a lot of offense. Just a lot of offense on both sides. There's not a lot of defense going on at the moment. Seeing Sorcerer's Shoes, Pro Rings, Blackfire Torches getting made. Zaberz goes in for infeed right there. Gets apprehended, though, unfortunately. Panzerzs comes and delivers a stun. Curse the Savage goes down. Great airborne there by Sauron. Great follow-up stun, though, to lock him down and keep him from being able to get out of there. And Hipeoples going to have to back up. And, uh-oh, Magimelkor took a bunch of damage right there. And the Zenith Blade didn't connect, unfortunately. It's Tibbers time! Oh, no, Tibbers despawned. Oh, no, Tibbers just teleported. He didn't despawn. Tibbers! Tibbers got sigiled. Tibbers got everything bad happened to Tibbers at once. I'm so sorry, Tibbers. Panzerzs jumps in, stuns whoever that was that I couldn't see. It was Lux. Hipeoples' Lux gets taken out right there. And CaptnBuwberry's trying to keep them zoned back away from that point. It's going to get turned around up here. And ta-da! Hayes Evelyn, child support, is going to take control of that. Zaberz and Sauron are in the bushes. Down at the bottom, there's a little bit of a disagreement of sorts. Whoa, there goes that ultimate from Cassiopeia. Gets the Petrify off on infeed right there. Get dunked on. Nope, get dead on, because Miasma is really good. Poison is so strong. And now Zaberz and Buddahrice are both of them on fire. It's Blackfire Torch craziness down here in the bottom lane as these two engage with each other. You see the green fire going on right there from both champions right there. Magimelkor goes over the wall right there, is able to erase Brand from the face of Toril. And Magimelkor is able to get away right there. infeed is doing some minions and some farming and some things. And he has a Storm Shield. That's a little creepy. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And he has two shields now. She has a Molten Shield and she has a Storm Shield. Magimelkor is over there. He has a stick and a LeBlanc and a Christmas. And they're heading up to the top lane down here at the bottom. Nekrogen's gonna make short work of this down here. Nekrogen, I have faith in Nekrogen. He knows how to bottom lane. And uh-oh, Hipeoples get stunned right there by Leona. And Painkiller drawing the entire enemy team out. Oh, infeed does not catch in with the apprehend, unfortunately. And a pretty solid Cataclysm right there. The Solar Flare does not interrupt the final Spark, unfortunately, though, which means Lux is still able to deliver that damage. But things seem to still be going okay in Payzone and Child Support's favor right there. Panzerzs is looking to try and get a stun off on him. He just needs a couple more seconds. He's going to be able to connect with it. Yes, goes in, grabs Hipeoples, is able to take Hipeoples down, scares the double out of LeBlanc. And now Zaberz is just hanging around over there. He's going to go for it. Nope. Banish Toss does not connect. Zaberz Health Relic instead. Nekrogen comes up to see if maybe he needs to help out or not, but he doesn't want to wander too far away from that bottom lane. Panzerzs is going to go ahead and recall. Half-Heart heading back down. Zaberz does not get hit by anything. And infeed and Painkiller are going to back off a little bit. Buwberry's over here. And I can't zoom out any further. I tried to. Sorry. Blackfire Torches everywhere. Blackfire Torches, and look, 4 Blackfire Torches over here, 4 Sorcerer's Shoes. You can see that they're really going to lean on that chip damage as would be the cornerstone of their strategy right there. Buddahrice taking all of the hurt, does not connect with the ethereal chains, unfortunately, there. And Panzerzs comes down. Is Panzerzs going to be able to do anything? I don't know if he can 1v3 this. Unfortunately, Panzerzs is going to get taken down by LeBlanc. Now, inFe and Buddahrice are coming down as well. Sauron gets taken out by Brand, and now Nekrogen gets apprehended right there, whips the Pyroclasm back and forth, gets dunked on by Darius. Cassiopeia gets a free trip back to the summoner platform, and nice! Solar Flare led very, very well right there by Painkiller right there. Uh-oh, that laser beams right there. hipeoples is gonna get dead, unfortunately. Annie has got that Tibbers and that damage right there to help out. And that was a really, really close engagement right there. If Annie had been able to, not Annie, if Lux had been able to get off another ability, might have been able to kill CaptnBuwberry or Painkiller in that engagement. The minions are doing it. Look at them, they're doing it. They're working so hard. Come on, little minions, you can. Yes! The minions neutralize the point. inFe is having a discussion with Magimelkor. They've agreed to not speak about the subject. Buddahrice, Nekrogen down to bottom lane. It's bottom lane. Farming, stuff's going on. J4 coming down from the top. We're going to see him connect the airborne. No airborne, unfortunately. Going to tag him with the slow, though. Going to catch him with a Cataclysm. Going to give him a free trip back to the summoner platform once again. And now they're going to push up on this tower here, which means inFe Darius is going to have to come down. We'll see if he can do something about this. Throws down the whatever the heck that was that Nekrogen just used to do a little bit of damage to inFe right there, and apprehends Sauron, pulls him into the tower, although the tower decides that it likes minions better, so it shoots at that. CaptnBuwberry is caught in between the, oh my gosh, everybody from point defense is down here, with the exception of Lux, who is dead. Panzerzs and Painkiller can make a play for the Refiner if they want to. It looks like exactly what they're doing right now. You can see Leona heading straight for the point right there, as everyone else is committed to capturing the Boneyard. I'm pretty sure this is the Boneyard. No, this is the Quarry. It's the Quarry. You got to stretch out the A. It's Quarry. And whip the Pyroclasm back and forth, gets some damage on Nekrogen right there, catches with the Seared for the stun, takes down Cassiopeia in the bottom lane, but they were able to turn around the point in the process. They did get the neutral over here. Are they going to get the full cap? No, they are not. Lux is going to get the interrupt on there, although he did get a stun off on Melkor before Melkor did the distortion right there. So they got a neutral off, but they weren't able to get the full cap because hipeoples was able to just barely tag Panzerzs with that Finale's Funlooking there and get the interrupt off. Now Buwberry and Buddahrice are recalling. Painkiller Leon is retreating back to the top point. And this remains still a pretty close game so far. Are we going to see them picking up on the Magic department? Yes, we see a Hex Drinker right there being added on to inFe. We see an Abyssal Scepter being added on to Annie. We see a Aegis and a something yet to be built getting added on there for Leona. And we got Nathane's Unholy Grail on Brand. So we are going to see AP. It looks like we're going to see a Zona's Hourglass maybe coming out of Brand next. Woogle's Witch Cap is something. What? Wait, what? Wait, if Woogle's Witch Cap puts you into stasis, then what does that other item do? I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm so sorry. CaptnBuwberry coming around from the back. Zaberz goes into that fight up over there. And good airborne by Sauron knocks Painkiller and inFe into the sky right there. But Panzerzs is able to deliver a stun onto hipeoples, who is one who gets stunned because hipeoples has so much damage. inFe goes to the dunk on Sauron, but is not able to finish him off, unfortunately. However, Panzerzs is right there to take care of things. And it's going to turn out okay. Magimelkor is alive again, and she's going for a stroll in the woods. Panzerzs turn around the corner. Panzerzs is going for the bottom lane. What is Panzerzs doing? Panzerzs is recalling. Panzerzs doesn't know what Panzerzs. You sigiled Tibbers! Magimelkor really hates Tibbers. I'm so sorry. Rip in peace Tibbers. Right there. That's how that goes. Nekrogen doing some damage right there. Getting that farm. Yeah, making a withdrawal from the minion credit union. Buddahrice recalls. He's gone. Point defense is slowly starting to gain a pretty good lead here. They got about a 100-point lead, which is that's a nice margin. You want to be ahead by a number. That's a pretty good number. It is never over in this game mode, though. We've seen like 2- and 4-point turnarounds from 200-point deficits before in tournaments, so you don't want to be like, oh, the game's over. Unless it's like 10 Nexus health and you're fighting in front of their base and they can't physically cross the map that fast. That's a special situation, though. Zaberz is looking for... What kind of banish toss was that, Zaberz? Zaberz did not actually hit anything at all. That banish toss was a suggestion. Up here, Panzerzs is able to stun hipeoples again, and no, you cannot shoot satellite gun. Stun goes off on Magimelkor, very well placed there by Leona, and was followed up very quickly with a Curse of Saturn by Amumu to try and get some damage out. And CaptnBuwberry was not killed in that engagement, unfortunately. Sauron tries to go through the enemy team, kites them away from that point, but no, Painkiller's not taking the bait. He realizes, wait a minute, he's trying to kite me away, so I'm just going to go for this point instead, and he's going to start with the capture on that. And going to turn that neutral Are we going to get a full cap? Can we get a full cap? Is it going to be possible? Maybe? You're going to have to super duper commit to this. Zaberz, nope. Zaberz got there. Zaberz happened. Down at the bottom lane, Buddahrice and Nekrogen. Oh, that was not a Sonya's Hourglass because it's a different item entirely, and Buddahrice able to get the kill at safety. Okay, so that is Sonya's Hourglass. They just changed it. Right? Someone tell me in the chat. Because I feel like I'm going insane now. inFe's going to get snared, dupe. And he's going to get Banish Toss, dupe. And he's going to get Airborne, dupe. And he's going to get dead, dupe. Yeah, there we go. And now Panzerzs running away. Gets Banish Tossed. Sauron doesn't have the Airborne ready to go yet, but he does get exhausted. Panzerzs, there we go. Getting the Airborne right there. And now Painkiller gets cataclysmed into place. And Zaberz is just like, I'm going to headbutt you. I'm going to headbutt you. Panzerzs revives, but he doesn't really know if he wants any of that or not because it doesn't seem very safe. CaptnBuwberry and Nekrogen are having a disagreement of sorts up here in the upper part of the map. However, Cassiopeia is going to use supporting argument, and it's Banish Toss effective. I don't know. Paizo and Child Support is in a good position to take this game and the series unless Blue Team is able to turn around and stop the clock and take this to a game 3. Point Defense had a really good early game so far right now, but it's slowly getting away from them. Like when you're holding a cat and it scratches you a lot and your grip gradually weakens because you're trying to keep it from chasing things. Don't let the cat chase the spider. inFe gets airborne and inFe apprehends Sauron. And there's the Darius. There's the ultimate right there. Doesn't quite do enough damage, unfortunately. Nekrogen gets exhausted, and bad things happen to him at once. hipeoples throws down the final spark right there. inFe's getting a little bit low on health points. I'm kind of scared of you, inFe. inFe, that's a Zaberz. inFe, that's a Zaberz. Zaberz is going to do bad things. Zaberz is going to get a double kill. And but now he's caught between the Panzerzs and the CaptnBuwberry and everything bad happened to him at once. And all 5 members of the teams are kind of in this lower part of the map right there. There's really no one up there. If someone broke off to go to the windmill, they could get it largely uncontested right now. But CaptnBuwberry is going to get airborne and sent back to the summoner platform, unfortunately. Now, Panzerzs is trying to get back up to the windmill as fast as he can. inFe's also trying to get back up to the windmill as quick as he can. And there was just no one up there at an opportune enough time to be able to turn that around. Sauron's getting a Storm Shield. And they see him getting the Storm Shield because this has division over it. inFe's going to get the other Storm Shield, probably. And Point Defense is... Oh, there we go. There's a Distortion Sigil play right there. See, if Point Defense can hold on to these 3 towers, they can start to recover the gap that they're down. But they're down by a good 100 points, and they're making a pretty decent headway into getting back into the game. Oh, Painkiller tripped and got stuck. Up here at the top, though, LeBlanc's going to have to Distortion on out of there. Can't fit everything on my screen at once. There's so much going on. Light Binding doesn't connect with anything. Panzerzs and Painkiller over here. Zaberz. Zaberz is looking for some people to Banish Toss to. Is he going to find any? Nope. He is not. What's going on up at the top? Nothing. What's going on down here at the bottom? Some stuff. See a lot of recalls go on for Paizo and Child Support right there. You see a couple of Hex Drinkers getting finished. You see, there we go. We got the Abyssal Scepter. Negatron Cloak and Negatron Cloak Athenes. Seen lots of MR coming out from Paizo and Child Support's team now. inFe's going for the apprehend, pulls Melkor in, gets her dead, chopping her down, Noxian Guillotine in effect. That's some decapitation right there. hipeoples does not land a Light Binding. Field gold that one right on up. Sauron is chasing, Panzerzs gets killed, and Painkiller tags Sauron with Solar Flare. Zaberz looking a little bit low on health right there, unfortunately. This could be bad. And there's the final spark from Lux right there, but inFe's like, nope, you're not allowed, Amumu, and he tries to get on Sauron, but Sauron smacks him out of the air. FA did not approve that flight plan, Darius. You get a free trip back to the summoner platform. And Painkiller goes back, gets that, turns around, has to go over here, tries to interrupt hipeoples, but Painkiller Garrison goes off on the tower. I didn't see whose Garrison that was. That was Painkiller's Garrison that took care of that. And they've got to turn this back around, sweep back up to the upper part of the map, and Paizo and Child Support has to get that windmill in order to take home this series. See another final spark that doesn't really connect very well, unfortunately. CaptnBuwberry taking a lot of damage right there. Zaberz is gonna die. Unfortunately, Panzer's getting really low on health, has to retreat back on the thing. Painkiller, I don't think he's going to be able to... Oh, there we go with the double ethereal change right there. Got that mimic going on. Hipeoples gets taken down, and now Panzerzs and Child Support's in a good spot. They can go up here, they can try and turn around this tower. If Leona is able to zone Melkor away from that... catches him with the distortion, but was still able to get away and get in contact with inFe to interrupt that. Now Sauron is up there. He's like, hey, I have it, everything. And CaptnBuwberry and crew have something to say about that. Unfortunately, Sauron throws down the Cataclysm there. Panzerzs from below is able to come up and take care of things, but they're still not able to get the interrupt, or to get the capture, excuse me, on that tower. Hipeoples did have the interrupt go on that, and was able to keep them away from Panzerzs getting chased down the map over here. Melkor takes a bunch of damage. Zaberz is getting hit a lot, and kiting, and Curse the Sad Mummying, and Laser Beam from the north side of the map. Lux is that other sun champion, or that other light champion, or whatever, taking him down, gets him with the final spark, and just completely blows him away right there. And Darius is at the top of the map. There's no one there to stop him, and Lux's thing is on cooldown. CaptnBuwberry and Sauron are having a discussion. Painkiller's bringing Hipeoples into the argument. And he's going to go in with the Zenith Blade. He's going to pop a stun on Sauron. Sauron's turn around, tries to airborne Annie. Isn't able to connect, unfortunately. Annie is able to... Oh, there goes the laser again. Lux has got basically no cooldown on that. You can see right there, 26 seconds, I think. 26, 28 seconds cooldown on that. While it was going on, inFe was able to pick up the top point right there, which changed the dynamic of the game a little bit. And I don't know if point defense has realized that yet. They are still focusing a lot on the middle end of the map. Whip my Pyroclasm back and forth. Buddahrice burning people alive down there. Well, Amumu's not really alive, but LeBlanc is like double alive because she turns into 2 LeBlancs. And now, Panzerzs and Child Support can take control of this game right now. CaptnBuwberry is going to pick up the Storm Shield. He's probably going to swing up towards the windmill. We will see. Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's got to get up there to intercept Sauron so that Sauron isn't able to get a free cap on that. He's going to go into the... Oh, they see each other and decide to go opposite directions. Perfectly symmetrical evasion. Never solved anything. Panzerzs over here. Panzerzs going to go into the jungle. Panzerzs bushes. Panzerzs waiting by the fruit stand. Panzerzs sees Zaberz. Panzerzs, I'm scared for you. You could die. Bunch of dudes in the jungle right there. inFe's like playing chicken with them. And CaptnBuwberry is taking some hurt right there, but nothing connects, unfortunately. And there's the Curse, the Sad Money from Zaberz that tags everyone, but a very good Solar Flare is able to lock down Hipeoples and Magimelkor for a moment. Cataclysm goes off, and Timbers is down, throwing down that little bit of AoE damage right there. And this is a very, very, very messy engagement up here at the top end of the map. A lot of people from Panzerzs and Child Support die very, very quickly, and that's up to CaptnBuwberry, really, to kind of control things, because Painkiller is low on health, but high on mana, though. So Painkiller gets a couple of... there we go. Tagging Hipeoples with the stun. Is CaptnBuwberry going to be able to get in? No, unfortunately. Melkor is right there and able to kind of stop him. And able to get close enough for Disintegrate. After all, Lux is going to go down. Down at the bottom end of the map, it's, every time I come down here, Buddha and Nekrogen, you guys aren't doing anything. Come on, fight, fight, fight. There we go. Double invincible! Twice as effective as single invincible. Panzerzs comes down and says no to Cassiopeia. Buddahrice is on fire. Nope. Painkiller survived by 57 hit points. Sauron once. Buddahrice stabs him with the Noxian. Yeah, Noxian standard right there. That's what we're going to call that for the rest of this cast. I know it's not Noxus at all, but I screwed that up. You gotta roll with it. You gotta roll with it like it's rolling downhill, like a bunch of bouncy balls that fell out of a box and rolled and bounced and stopped traffic. Gotta exhaust off on inFe right there. Solar Flare! Noxian Guillotine combo right there. We got the Demacian laser goes off from Lux, and that's all she wrote. Panzerzs and Child Support takes the game, takes the series. They are your champions for the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 35. Let's show you the outcome screen real quick. And then I will send y'all home. If you like what you see, we do this every week. This is the Twitch channel to follow. You can follow Dominate Dominion on Twitter at DominateDom. Go like him on Facebook, facebook.com/DominateDominion. Dominate Dominion is the in-game chat channel. You can go there and you can check it out. It's right here. All you gotta do is go over to here. You click create or join a chat room, you type in Dominate Dominion, and you end up here with a bunch of 100 or so odd other dudes that all play Dominion. And you can hang out with us and learn how to play Dominion and be good at it and stuff. So my gaming clan is Vato Clan. You can follow us on Twitter, it is @VatoClan. Check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/VatoClan.